Just last week, we covered how Taiwan and South Korea overtook India in global stock market rankings. And one of the biggest reasons behind that story was semiconductors. Taiwan has spent decade upon decade building companies like TSMC. South Korea built global giants such as Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix over multiple generations, which actually naturally raises a question. If semiconductors are becoming so important to economic growth, technology leadership, and even, for that matter, stock market valuations, where does India stand in that very race? Now, according to Union Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, comparing India with Taiwan and South Korea today may not actually tell us the entire story. The comparison may not be very fair, and according to him, the difference in that very comparison definitely is a distinction. Speaking in an exclusive interview with ANI, Vaishnaw argued that semiconductor ecosystems are built over generations, and he's right. But before we go deeper into this entire understanding, I would please request you to like, share, and subscribe. It always encourages us. Now that you have, I thank you for it. And now, of course, for what Mr. Vaishnaw had to say. So, according to Vaishnaw, Taiwan and South Korea have spent 4 to 5 decades creating their semiconductor ecosystems. Yes, the equipment suppliers, chemicals, talent pools, research infrastructure, and the supporting industries that make large-scale chip production possible. Very important. India, by comparison, only formally launched its semiconductor mission in 2022. Thus, comparisons with Taiwan and South Korea should be viewed in the proper context. In fact, Vaishnaw says the country has moved faster than many have expected. According to the minister, India has already achieved something that seemed distant just a few years ago: commercial semiconductor production. Micron started commercial production on February 28, 2026, and Kaynes followed on the 31st of March, making them the first two facilities to commercially manufacture chips in India. A third facility, which is the CG Semi, is expected to begin commercial production in July, and by the end of this year, 4 semiconductor units are expected to be operational. So, in total, 12 semiconductor facilities have already been approved under the mission. Now, for a country that formally launched its semiconductor push only in 2022, those are very significant milestones. But the government's ambitions actually go beyond factories. One of the lesser known and lesser discussed achievements of the semiconductor mission has been the emergence of a domestic chip design startup ecosystem. Now, according to Vaishnaw, the first phase of the mission helped create nearly 40 semiconductor design startups. Many of them are now attracting venture capital funding. That's quite significant because chip design represents the deepest end of the technology ecosystem. And progressively, it's where India is beginning to build a true edge, which is why, according to Vaishnaw, Semicon 2.0 will make chip design its #1 priority. But perhaps actually the most interesting part of Vaishnav's comments was about talent. More than 300 universities are now teaching chip design. Over 75,000 engineers have been trained in semiconductor related skills, and India is designing some of the world's most advanced chips. So in other words, India's semiconductor story began with engineers, and the government believes that design capability could very well become one of India's biggest competitive advantages. Which brings us to the next stage, which is Semicon 2.0. According to Vaishnaw, the second phase of the semiconductor mission will focus on strengthening the rest of the ecosystem. Semiconductor manufacturing depends on roughly 250 chemicals and around 50 gases. Many of those supply chains remain concentrated in a handful of countries. India now wants to participate in those segments as well, which is extremely encouraging. You know why? Because the countries that dominate semiconductors control the broader ecosystem around them. Vaishnaw also linked India's semiconductor ambitions to artificial intelligence. According to him, the countries that successfully deploy AI across their economies will gain the greatest benefits from the next technology cycle. And he says AI adoption is already accelerating across India, as we know. So the government has made nearly 700 small AI models available under the India AI mission. For similar reasons, India's electronics manufacturing sector has expanded rapidly over the past decade. In fact, electronics became India's third largest export category in 2025. The minister also went on to say the sector has also become a major source of employment. Around 25 lakh jobs have been created across India's electronics ecosystem in recent years, which is why the government increasingly sees semiconductors not just as well a standalone industry, which by the way is quite an achievement. It is actually also the next layer of India's broader electronics manufacturing story. And here, of course, is the front page take. Now, Taiwan didn't build its semiconductor industry in 5 years, neither did South Korea. I think we've established that through our discussion. However, India's challenge is different. It is trying to accelerate that journey in a much shorter time frame. And according to Ashwini Vaishnaw, the question is whether India is building the foundations to compete with them tomorrow rather than just be compared. Please do let us know what are your thoughts in the comments below, because a lot of times I think we as a country need to encourage what the government is trying to achieve. Yes, we have started late, but let's face it, we also have an advantage. We can learn from all the mistakes that they've made. So maybe a comparison is odious. Maybe collectively we should definitely celebrate these moments and milestones which are taking place. Those are my thoughts. I would love to know yours in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the AIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.